Hello, this is Judy, Coach Judy. I'm becoming known here at the Peace Place. I'm here to offer you a word of encouragement, hopefully a word of insight, a word that challenges us to think about the way we act and respond every day because life and death is in the power of our tongue. It's very critical that we choose what it is that we are agreeing with out there in the world. It's a time like I've never known in my 70 years. And it's a time where I have a sense of the greatest hope I've ever had. Amidst the storms, amidst the chaos, amidst the collusion, the division, and all the accusations that we point at each other, point at the world. We're at a time where we have so little reverence for each other, so little intention of being in one mind and one accord. And so I here sometimes feel like a voice in the wilderness, but I know there are millions around the world that are also learning how to stand boldly, be able to stand against intimidation, against accusations, against much of what's going in the world to divide. So I bring you today a prayom entitled Able and Omnipotent Love. As I'm sure that you've heard me say many times if you've been watching, that this prayom is a combination of my cry to God in prayer, and it just turned out in poetry. I started receiving these about eight years ago. First time in my life that I ever had the courage and the boldness just to hear directly from my heart and write and speak what it is I was hearing. So there's over 1,000 of them now. I call them prayoms. They're prayers, they're poems. So I want to share with you tonight, and I pray that this is a word of encouragement for you, because every time that I reread them, God touches my heart with a new level of hope, and I hope that happens for you today, and you find yourself amidst the hope for mankind. So able and omnipotent love. God, I once again see you're the only unchanging truth. You can rearrange at your will. You can restore our youth. With your creative mind, you know all threads to reweave. You know the timing, the plans of who intends to deceive. Your agendas are good, and you know conditions of hearts. You know what you planned and developed for each part. In your omniscience, you understand every plot to destroy. You can pull back all curtains to expose all foul ploy, to unravel. Unravel and reveal all strategies to take down and impeach those you put in place to rebuild and make way to reach the terror stirred in hearts to distract from your plan. Father, we listen and are grateful for the reach of your hand. We ask you to forgive all our ignorance and familiar pride. We seek your face and your instruction on how to abide in your presence, listening intently for your ways. Will you correct and restore strength for these next days? The days ahead when we're stretched past our measure. A faith you gave, we seek answers. Reveal the treasure you concealed in your word for this day. Draw your people close to you and show us the way. Your way of love and power to realign with your will. We come before you now, humble, listening, and still. Speak to our hearts. Restore and guide down the path, revealing your peace pathway, replacing the wrath of all not you. For there is no power greater and none wiser than you. Mighty God, use us as vessels for what you desire to do on this earth to unfold your intention from the start. Use our hands feet and mouth to express your heart for this day. Have you ever felt like you couldn't make a difference, that you didn't know what to say and you didn't know what to do to make things better? Well, we do not have to live in the resignation or in the distraction or in the seduction of the agendas of the world. God is a God of love. He has a plan for good. He desires that we be in one mind and one accord, live life of compassion, caring, and concern for each other, genuine concern. Most oftentimes people have personal agendas that raise them up and put others down, pretending that's not what they're doing. But the agenda that I have is to bring people into the awareness of the living God, the personal God, the one that had the plan for each of our lives and is willing to guide and show us that. So as we move through each day in a time in our history that is so very challenging, I just want to be a word of encouragement that there is life in your tongue, that you can speak life and you can ask God to, in your weaknesses, to strengthen you, and that you too can make the kind of difference that you believe that you're here to make. It doesn't matter what race, sex, age that you are, when you understand that you are precious in the sight of God. And as long as you have breath in your body, He still has a plan for you. So be careful about the voices that you listen to, the agendas you attach to, and the things that you believe. For we're at a time where people say whatever they want to say to fill their agenda. One of the things I love about what I've discovered about this unchanging God is He is entirely faithful. He is love, and He is still creative power. So I invite you to join me if you're interested in what we're doing and what this whole peace movement is about, what this Coach Judy is doing in the world. I just decided I'm not going to sit down and I'm not going to be quiet and I'm not going to pretend that I believe something I don't believe, because I believe that the best days are yet ahead of us. And I believe that no matter what age you are, you have something good to contribute. And no matter what has been said to you or about you or tried to entice you into, there is a place of perfect peace. You can know how to find it, you can know how to live in it, and you can know how to hear from the God who is unconditional love and will guide every step we take. So you can visit prayoms.com and find our website for the peace movement. That's prayoems.com. I hope you visit our site and discover more and more on how you can engage and be strengthened to bring the goodness that God said for your life forward. And so I'm going to check off for tonight. This is Coach Judy at the Peace Movement. I pray that you have a great night. Peace out.